Hey, I am streaming, I think. Yeah, looks like I am. Sorry if I sound kind of sick. It's because I am kind of sick, or at least at the tail end of being sick. So my nose is kind of stuffed, so sorry about that. But yeah. Hey, how's it going? Um, yeah, I'm alive. I'm streaming, like I said, like every week. I think last time was January or something, and then I was like, I'm gonna stream again next week, and then now it's, yeah, next week in January. So that's cool. I'll boot the game up right now too. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a while. It's been the longest week. Yeah, yeah. Those weeks in January just take so long. Cannot include. What the heck? This was just running. I literally ran this before stream. How did this project get messed up? Actually, what I'm gonna do for now, anyways, since it's being messed up, is I'm just gonna turn off Fmod anyways. Wow, it's. Then I can actually run the project. Because there's no audio anyways for the game yet. Or there is, but it's not in the game. But yeah, I'll load it up here. It's ridiculous that that just started having a problem, because I just ran it. Okay, this is a great start. We're just jumping right into, like, not running. Okay, we're just gonna define this out. Oh no, okay. If... Welcome to my stream, everyone, where immediately everything stops working, so I can't even launch the game. What are you doing? Okay. Hello. Game development. Yeah, it's like I opened the... I swore I just ran the project like before the stream started, and now I'm getting all sorts of fun stuff. Okay, did I... This is ridiculous. I guess let me restart. What the heck? This is so silly. Maybe I just need to rebuild? Try rebuild. Yeah, rule number one of presenting software is it immediately breaks no matter what. I swore I just tested like half an hour ago before I started the stream. Oh my god. Okay, so why is it not? This is a great start. Well, anyways, hey everyone. I'm making games. This is part of making games is it just doesn't find libraries anymore. Which is cool. This is so strange. It's literally there. Okay, well, what I'm gonna do for now is just, yeah, I'm just gonna remove it from the project. And then, just do that for now. It's weird when I tried to do that earlier, it wasn't working. It should be fine now. See if I can actually get the game to boot, and then I can... Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, well, I'm not asking you to... Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna turn everything off. Wow, it's like very breaking. Okay, there we go. It decided to finally run. Okay, cool. I don't need audio anyways. I'll figure out why I didn't like that before. That was cool. Okay, game is running. Here's the game. No, this is not Earthblade code. This is not Earthblade. This is unrelated. Yeah. This is just a side project that I'm working on. with my brother, and we were working on it earlier in this year, and then kind of like last year, and then I haven't streamed it all, and I also haven't worked on this at all since then, and we're kind of rebooting it now. So what I'm going to work on today is some new stuff that I kind of already implemented once, I think, on stream like a long time ago, but because I'm rebooting the project, I'm kind of doing it again. But yeah, basically the project, we stopped working on it because we were both pretty busy, and also like I was doing a lot of Earthblade work. I'm still doing a lot of Earthblade work, but that was like a huge, focus priority. And then yeah, this kind of just went on the back burner, and we were a little bit stuck. This game, like, I might have the original. Actually, I'm not gonna try to run it right now, but like the last version that I had, it was kind of more open exploration kind of game, and it was like, since this is like a side project and something that we wanted to be kind of small, the scope was getting way too big, and it was kind of spiraling, and we're like, we need to step away from this for a bit and think about it. So we did, and now the kind of current goal, with it, is to be a lot smaller and the scope a lot more contained. And in doing that, we're kind of thinking about doing it more as more kind of like a Mega Man kind of level structure, where instead of you have, the original structure was a sprawling map where you explore Metroidvania like. Now we're thinking more contained and smaller, where you pick a level and you go to it, and there's like a unique power up for that level, and then you complete it, and you can kind of do. I guess that's more like a Celeste structure too. So like Celeste, or like a Mega Man thing where you have the different levels. That's the kind of current idea. So this scene is the Metro line, and then you can like pick what stop you want to go to, which are the levels. So this is kind of like a Mega Man structure, I guess. And I think that'll help keep the game a lot more contained, the scope a lot smaller, because this is like we're just designing these levels instead of like a branching huge open world thing. And I like this idea too because the power-ups are going to be for a level. So you go into a level, and that level has a specific power-up. So you always have the sword, like the character has a sword. We'll see if it loads in. So the character has like a sword, and then so they always have that. And then in each level, they're also going to have a different power-up. Is the current idea. Thank you. Oh, hey, Rick. Thank you. Earthblade is sad. Yeah, we're just making Earthblade so we sell more Celeste. Rick, I think the power-ups, I haven't decided how we're actually going to present that yet, but I think like you have the power-up, like when you go to a specific level, it's going to be like you have that level's power-up, and I don't know how to like present that as like I don't know how to present that in terms of the gameplay yet, or how it's going to like give it to you, but yeah, that's kind of the next thing to figure out, I guess, is that. I think what I'm actually going to work on today, though, is one of the power-ups, because right now it's just the sword, and I think do I have any other maps that actually work right now? One of these maps had an actual stuff in it. Oh yeah, I was playing around in this. So like the sword works right now, so you can slash stuff, and that works. But yeah, the thing I'm going to work on is that I can start working on the first area is the power up for the first area that I want to do, which is going to be this area. And this one I think I'm going to do a grappling hook thing, but it's going to be, so like way back when I was like streaming this project before, I did implement a grappling hook and I didn't like it. And part of the problem with it was because like it was like an exploration game, so you could kind of go anywhere. And the grappling hook was like, it meant that you could kind of get the grappling hook and use it anywhere in the world. And so I had to like really like make the grappling hook fit within that kind of scope of like anything. But in this version, since the grappling hook is only going to be used in this level, I think I have a stronger idea about what to do with it. And it'll be fine because if it's like kind of overpowered or strong in certain ways, because it's the weapon for this level, so that's fine. Is this editor dear ImGUI? Yes, it is. Yeah. So the project itself is all C++. And then this is ImGUI. And then it's kind of like an ImGUI frame, and then this actual like viewport here is like my own stuff that's just rendered kind of in between. ImGUI has like, you can say like add a custom callback. So I just like, for this view, I just add a custom callback with my own like camera in it, kind of. And then I can like draw my own little like editor stuff in it, and then I can also have like windows on top of it and whatever. So yeah, I really like ImGUI for like quick menus and stuff. Yeah, you were not imagining a grappling hook. I did a stream where I tried it, and it was okay. It wasn't terrible, but I didn't love it. And but I think for this project, it's going to be a lot simpler to implement, because yeah, it's like a weapon for a single level. So it doesn't matter if it's like overpowered or if it's like kind of weird, because it's like it's a unique weapon for a unique level. So I think that's kind of cool. I'm not going to do the Mega Man thing where like you can take weapons into other areas. Like there's just going to be like the weapon for this area is the current thought. Maybe it's some kind of like fun wacky mode where it's like, oh, maybe we'll do that for fun or something. But the default setting, I'm thinking, is that like each level just has its own weapon. The cheesy select word. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I have fun with that. I kind of overkill with that stuff, I think. Especially like, yeah, you can have more with them in it. Yeah. More like modern Mario. Kind of, yeah. I guess it's like, yeah. I guess like Mario levels are usually designed around like specific power-ups. Yeah. So I guess in that sense, yeah. Trying to think of anything that's like really like that. But yeah, the closest thing I can think of is like Mega Man, but then just like, you know, you go into a level and that level's designed for a specific power-up, which Mega Man kind of already is, but you know, it lets you use them in different places and stuff too. So. Yeah, so actually I'm thinking about kind of taking inspiration from the grappling hook in Celeste Classic 2, except that this one is going to go diagonal up. So, but I think it's going to have a lot of the same mechanics. Excuse me. So it'll go diagonal upwards, like this, and then it'll grab onto things, and I think you can jump out of it whenever you want. So you can jump and you'll like roll out of it, kind of like the Celeste grappling hook. But yeah, that's the current thought. Okay, and then yeah, I've already set up like I have these kind of like weapon behavior classes which don't do any, like this one doesn't do anything yet. The sword one obviously is working. I was just showing that one. It's pretty simple, just basically plays an animation with like a hitbox. And the grappling one's going to be more complicated because it has to actually like do stuff, and I haven't decided how it's going to draw stuff, but figure that out. Into this project so far, it's kind of hard to tell because I mean, I've been working on this project on and off for like 2 years, and then I've thrown everything away and started again and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to say. I started this in C#, like the first iteration of this was C#, and it's never been a full-time project. So I've just kind of constantly been iterating on it very, very slowly. Like like this year, I didn't work on it for like 8 months at all, and now I'm coming back to it and kind of restarting it. So, yeah. I'm not looking for a music composer right now, but thanks for the interest. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, 1 week. It's been a week. The switch from C# to C++, it's pretty good. I have a lot of it goes in waves, yeah. The biggest thing, like honestly, gameplay code, when I'm actually writing like the code for game stuff, that's not that different. Like it, you know, I'm using pointers instead of references a lot of the time. But like the actual like, hey, making an object move or whatever, that stuff is really similar to C#. But when you get into a bit more of the technical stuff and a bit more engine-y stuff, then it is, you're thinking a lot more, like thinking about memory and stuff differently. And there's like weirder problems that you have to solve. Like in C Sharp, I'm still trying to do things to avoid like having the GC, like the garbage collector, run. So you're doing kind of weird memory stuff in that regard to like try to reduce the overhead of that, especially in like action kind of games, which Celeste was. So we were always kind of trying to think of ways to like reduce the amount of garbage that's being created. And in C++, you don't really care about that, but you care about other things a lot. You need to be way more wary about how things are working. I would say in C Sharp it's a lot harder to kind of mess yourself up. In C++ it's quite easy to. But that said, there's a lot of stuff I really do enjoy. I like knowing how all my memory is working. I like where everything is, or knowing where everything is, and I like some of the simplicity in a weird way that C++ brings. Like you can just like copy a struct object over by just saying equals, and it just copies all the data. You can kind of do that in C Sharp, but not if they're classes and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. Definitely a learning curve, and it wasn't always super smooth, I guess. Can FNA monogame make use of the newer memory? Yes, they could. Yeah, they totally could. I think the main reason that they probably don't is that both of them are kind of compatibility, if that makes sense. Like they're porting, they're trying to keep XNA compatibility, like XNA 4 or whatever, or is it 4.5 or just 4? I think 4. So they're trying to make sure that XNA games from the past can still run. So they're not actually like monogame is doing more so, but FNA specifically is trying not to change the API at all. It's trying to keep a static API so that it can keep those games ported and running. Whereas monogame is more open to like changes and adding new stuff because it's not trying to just be it's trying to still be an active, like a sequel new version to XNA, whereas FNA is trying to be a compatibility layer. But yeah, any kind of new like C# game engine could totally use all that stuff. Like, and they should honestly, like span and memory stuff. They totally should. C# to Rust to C++. Rust, C++. Yeah, I haven't tried learning Rust. I've heard very good things. I've heard, some of the stuff can be a little bit hard to learn, but I'd like to try it at some point. I just haven't had the time. Yeah. Like, it's arguable how much you need to care about the garbage collector in C#, but for games like action games, it can bite you if you're not careful. Like you really don't want the garbage collector running at inopportune times. I mean, we have cases of that in Celeste, and it's unfortunate. It's just how it goes. But you have hiccups and stuff, especially on Golden Strawberry runs where someone's it's high stakes and the garbage collector decides to hitch, and there's not much we can do. Okay. So yeah, I was going to start this. I'm not sure if it's... I want to actually make sure that I can use this before I start coding it. I need to figure out what keyboard key it is, I guess. What did I bind it to? Okay, so I have my secondary weapon, and I'm binding it to Z. Okay. So I'm just going to actually make sure that it's actually running. Usable is true. That makes sense. I think as soon as I think I already coded it all, so it should just, I guess I'll have a cooldown probably on the grappling hook as well. But for now, I'll just say it's always usable. I'm just going to log to see if if it's actually, working when I press the Z key. And it is. Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, and I'm stuck in the state now. I can't move because I'm in the grapple state, but nothing's happening. Okay, so that is working. So I can actually start coding that. I never learned C++ and I doubt I'll ever will since Rust exists. Yeah, that's fair. I need to learn Rust at some point. Did you structure your framework similar to XNA? Yeah, I would say I took a lot of inspiration from XNA. XNA is kind of what I learned a lot of how to make games in is like kind of from XNA, so I think a lot of my library is kind of similar. The sprite batcher is very similar, stuff like that. So I'd say there's definitely stuff that's similar, yeah. Mine is not as, like, XNA is more of a full featured like framework thing. Mine's a lot more kind of just like sparse because I'm just doing the bare bones that I need to kind of get running. Actually, I guess okay, well, I guess I'll have a distance variable. I guess I want a direction and a distance. And I mean, the direction's either going to be left and up or right and up. It's never going to be... So I only need to know the sign, which is the player's facing. So I don't actually need the direction. I just need the distance. So I'll start with that. So when we enter the state, we'll say distance is 0. And I guess I'll want... like, I'm not sure how far this thing should actually go, and whether the player should move while you're doing it, but we'll figure that out. I have no idea what the max distance should be either. A tile is 12 pixels, so I don't know, like how far. I'll just say 100 for now. That might be way too far. We'll see. And then update. I guess I need a speed as well. Speed, I guess. Also like 200, something like that. That means it'll take 0.5 seconds to do the grapple, which might even be too long. I don't know, that might be fine though. Okay, so at least now it should end. I need a way to draw this though, and actually my weapons don't have a way to draw at all. So I might just hack in like a debug draw thing to them or something. Because I kind of want a way to actually render it. Even though this is probably not going to be the final way to draw it. By default, it doesn't need anything. Then I'll just draw this from the player. Actually, I don't even know the player can draw, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, okay, debug draw, and then I'm just going to draw a line. I guess I need an origin point for this thing too, which is like some kind of offset from the player. Player offset, which is going to be something like you'll probably, oops. Okay, that's the player's origin here. So it's like, does this show me how long my line is? It does, okay. -8 maybe by like 4? And then the X ought to be flipped by the sign of the player. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, okay, I need a way to draw this thing so that I can actually see if it's happening. Does the player draw stuff right now? I don't think the player draws anything, but I'm just gonna make it draw stuff. Whoops. And then this way I can just draw like a single line or something of whatever the current weapon is. I need to find I actually don't remember how to tell what the current weapon is, but that's fine. This might have like giant player class. It's actually not that giant. 600, 700 lines, so it's not too bad yet, but I'm sure that'll change. I guess I'm trying to separate out a little bit more than other projects. I'm adding like the weapons to unique like classes and stuff. But all the states, all the player states are all in here. How do I know what the current weapon is? I guess primary. Oh, M active weapon. Okay. So if M active weapon, is that a pointer or something? Oh, it's a reference. Okay. This is a shared pointer. I just don't like. I don't like writing like everywhere. So I just use a thing called a. I just namespace them or whatever. I feel like player classes get like that because the player is like the most nuanced thing. Yeah, I think that's the main reason. Yeah, it depends on the kind of game. Like I feel like in art, like some kind of like strategy game or something, it makes a lot more sense to like make everything very compartmentalized and components and very discrete behaviors. But in an action game, everything kind of like overlaps and squishes together, and you end up with just, I don't know, it just feels inevitable that you end up kind of the spaghetti of stuff because like it almost has to be spaghetti because everything's for it to feel good anyways. But yeah. Okay, batch line from. I guess I'm gonna add a function to get the origin point. Source point. So this way I can figure out where where the start of the grapple is, which should just be like our player. Where is it? The player. Let's see, position plus player offset. But player offset needs to be signed, so offset. Player offset. Set the x times equals player facing, which is just an integer. Okay, cool. And then we can return this plus offset. Okay, so now we can draw a line. Source point. I think I'm just add another function for destination point. And then this way, this can just be from point plus like also the facing. So I think it's just gonna be perpendicular upwards, like either that way or that way. That's not perpendicular upwards. Does not make any sense. Angled that way, 45-degree angle. Grappling hooks are just sick. I don't know what to say. They're just fun. Okay, I guess I'll just see if this actually does anything. Hey, okay, it works. Definitely is. Wow, I can get a lot of weird height because my gravity turns off. Which makes sense, I guess. Actually, I should have seen. If I play and if I go in full screen, does it still work on stream? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. I actually think I'm going to copy the sword code for how to control movement, more or less. Like, I think your speed should just slow a lot down. Or maybe you should just stop. I don't know. Maybe let's try stopping you for now. And I should probably cancel your jump. Oh, I don't like that. I need to be able to turn around. Okay, so, and the player is facing... horizontal time. I wasn't able to, like, I guess when you're in the air, you don't turn around. Like, your facing stays whatever way you were facing when you're in the air. But that's really awkward for this. Like, I want to be able to, like, jump this way and then grapple that way. It's weird that the player facing doesn't get... Their sprite doesn't change. I guess that must be in the normal state that it changes the facing. Which is kind of weird. I think I'm going to move that out of... Yeah, okay, that's where it's doing it. I'm going to move that out of the normal state. That should just happen no matter what state you're in. It'll just happen here. Yeah. And that way, if I go like that, wait, yeah, then you turn around. Okay, now it's really slow also, which is... It's always surprising to me. It always makes up way too slow. Like, oh, 200 pixels a second. Like, that sounds really fast. Like, the entire grapple is half a second long right now. But it's still, like, so slow. Even that might be too slow. It almost, actually, for grapple, it almost feels like it should be kind of instant. But I think I'll just double it again. Okay. I might even, you know, it might even be instant. I guess we'll see. I might make it an animation that's not instant, but I might instantly resolve it and then decide from there. Yeah, a second is like ridiculously long. It doesn't, like, a second sounds so fast, but then when you're actually like in a game playing it, a second is really long. Okay, so I might actually, what I'm considering almost is like resolving the grapple immediately. Like it determines whether it's grappled to something like right away. But I don't know. I'll think about it. I guess as we run now, though, I need to actually check for things to grapple to, which is, for now I'm just going to do walls, because that's going to be easy. So I think I need a bool for, like, I'm grappled, which is false. So you grapple out, I guess. And then checking for grapple collision, probably. Grappleable. Check for grappleable object. Wouldn't you run the risk of an object moving in the way during the animation? Yeah, that can happen regardless, I think. Like, it's gonna have to resolve that anyways. Like, when the player moves towards the grapple point, there's a chance, like, oh, for example, like a moving platform, like, gets him in between you and the grapple point. And in that scenario, the player just has to, like, try to move, and if they can't, then they have to, like, pop out of the grapple as if they bonked on a wall or something. I'm probably gonna add some kind of bonk state or something, because the player also has to check for, like, collision with enemies. Like, an enemy could, like, shoot you or fly at you or something when you're grappling in those scenarios. It needs to, like, cancel out anyways, so I think it'll be okay. Yeah, do I want to resolve immediately? I might try it, honestly. Maybe I'll try. Well, I'll start by not. No, I can't decide. For now, I'm just gonna see if I can grapple onto something and I'll switch it out later if I need to. Okay, to actually tell if I'm grappling on something, do I have? I don't remember if I have raycasts. Where's my collider component? Because a raycast, if I do a raycast, I coded. This is what happens when you code stuff like a year ago and then forget about it. But I do have a raycast, so that's cool. No, not one. Collider, fast. How about line? Okay, so from point, and then I'm trying to hit just like anything solid for now. And closest, yeah, that should be true. So okay, so if we hit something, and we're gonna end this part of the receiver, like, and grapple is true now. I need to make sure end grapple is false when we enter this. Yeah, because grappled. Well, that makes sense. Grappled is true now. And then I think, okay, result should have like a point. Yeah, okay, so I think instead of doing a distance, or I guess I can just change this. I need another point that's like back to fm grappled point, which is not normally used, but when you grappled, then I'm going to assign that result dot point. So that's our grapple point. We're working on a main project. If this is your set, yeah. My like main project that I work on like weekdays is Earthblade. So I worked on a game called Celeste with a bunch of people, and now I'm working on a game called Earthblade with the same people. So this is kind of just my like, because apparently I don't program enough already. This is what I do on my weekends, is more programming. Yeah. Hey, it's going good. How are you? Okay, from point. So then, if we're grappled though, we're going to return that point instead. And then otherwise we return like that point. Off topic, I've updated Foster not say. Oh, that's cool. I guess like .NET Framework 6, is it, what version is that on even? I haven't been following it too much recently. Like, is .NET 6 I guess the latest one? Oh cool, okay, thank you. I will take a look. I'll take a look after stream. 7 is, oh, 6 is LTS. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That sounds good. The grapple point is here, and then we're grappling. Okay, so now we're trying to move towards the grapple point. I guess move player towards grapple point. So move grapple out, we hit something. I feel like if the grapple gets to the end of the line and doesn't hit anything, we'll want to do some kind of effect, but for now it just cancels. What physics engine do I use? I'm not using a physics engine at all right now. This is just a thing I coded. It's pretty simple. It's just separating axis theorem. So if you look up like, or if you don't know what separating axis theorem is, you can just look it up on Google. And it's basically a very simple way of like telling whether shapes are overlapping and pushing them out of each other. And so that's all I'm using. So I'm not using an actual full-blown physics engine that's like solving all this stuff. All I'm doing is like saying, hey, if two objects overlap, pop them out each other. and that's basically it. So if I actually run the game, I can turn colliders on somewhere, and you can kind of see like the player collider and the wall colliders they're just lines. It looks like there may be a shape, but they're just lines. And the player's a quad, and so they just push out. Yeah. In the past, I've used just AABBs, and AABB is just like an even simpler method where you just, as long as the boxes are axis aligned, you can just tell if two rectangles are overlapping. That's what Celeste did, which is even more simple. But this allows me to have like nicer slopes and stuff like that a bit more easily. Okay, that was weird. Oh, I coded this in the wrong thing. That's also the wrong thing. This is what yeah, it doesn't actually get... Separating axis theorem doesn't get the collision point. It gets... I think you might be able to solve for the collision point somehow. I don't remember how. But yeah, it gets you, yeah, the push out amount, or like the depth. For the raycast, I actually don't... Like, I coded this like a long time ago, so I don't know what I did exactly. It looks like I just coded some bullshit. I don't know. I don't remember what this was. Yeah, but it's using the separating axis theorem shapes, and I'm just like checking against their edges, I guess. Unless it's a circle, in which case I'm using some kind of just like circle line solver, it looks like. Yeah, it looks to me like I'm just using basically like a from remote line distance. Yeah, I'm just using like line intersections. Whoa, I don't need to open that. Just looking up line intersections. So that's it. It's just using, so that's for the raycast, because the raycast is just a line. So I'm just using simple line intersection with circle and line intersection with line, which is enough for every kind of, you know, polygon. And that gives me the actual intersection point. And then I'm just solving for the closest one by just literally searching them all and giving me the closest one. So yeah, just separating axis theorem for like shapes pushing out each other, and then for raycast, just line intersections. Yeah, I'm on Windows right now. I've been going back and forth. I'm actually, my chat, like the chat is open on Linux over here, and then I'm coding on Windows right now. When the player or Celeste is moving diagonally, how did you do the collision detection movement? Yeah, that's what it does. Celeste only solves a single axis at a time, so it moves you... I can't actually remember which one it does first, but I think it does horizontal first and then down. And I think we did horizontal because that way it would like... you'd have a higher chance of like landing on... If you're like falling at a platform, like a corner like that, and you're falling, if it does horizontal first, you have a higher chance of like moving, like landing on the platform and not falling down, which is usually what the player wants. I can't actually remember if it moves the entire axis. I think in Celeste it might actually move the entire axis and then the entire other axis. I can't remember. I don't think it actually does like a step where it does pixel by pixel one axis and the other. I think it actually does the full horizontal and then the full vertical. But because Celeste is such a low resolution, you don't, like, a fast moving object might be moving like 3 pixels per frame. Like, that's really fast. So that never, I don't think it ever really was a problem. Because, like, I'm not even sure how fast Madeline moves. Like, the player moves, like, if you think about it, the game runs at 60 frames a second. And so if you were to move even, you know, I don't know, well, 60 pixels in a single frame, or a single second, would be 1 pixel a frame. Sorry, that was a hard way of saying that. But like, yeah, the game is such a low resolution that you don't often move more than a single pixel in a single frame. So it doing a sweep of like horizontal first and then vertical was fine, because I think even like say you move 4 pixels like horizontally in a single frame, that means that in 60 seconds, or 60 frames, which is 1 second, you're moving like 60 times 4, which is 240 pixels a second, which is like, you know, that's almost a full screen width in a single second. So it never was really a problem. In this game, I use, I guess this game is honestly all lines and quads and circles. I use circles for stuff. I don't know. I think, oh yeah, the sword is a circle. If I turn colliders back on. So the sword is like a circle collider. So circles, lines, and quads. But quads are kind of lines anyways. And then I use them, like I have slopes and stuff too, so, which are just also lines. Yeah. Thanks. I think there's a different scene that has more stuff in it. This one, yeah, has a little bit more stuff. So you can, you know, yeah. Its slopes are a little bit finicky sometimes. Like I know, like there's a bug I need to fix where like you jitter on the edges of these ones, which is like ugly. So I have to do some finagling with them, but they're more or less working. Okay, I think this will grapple now, but it'll just, if I actually can hit, yeah, now it just stops there. But it finds the point, you grapple, now I just need to fling the player towards it really fast. And then I think I want to make it so you can jump out of it too, which it would be cool to have some kind of rolling animation, which I don't have. Yeah. Wait, what's this one? Oh, flipping. I can use this one, okay. It's gonna be kind of silly looking, but that's fine. Yeah, okay. So if we're not so now we're grappling, so I want to move the player towards the point. And I think I'm just gonna set the player's speed and let the player's body, like the player's mover object, handle this. Because I have like a mover object, which is the thing like that. It's a component that actually handles motion and collision. And so I think it'll just be easy if I just make the player's player one do that. So I guess I want like a, I don't even know. I guess for now, I'll just lerp the player, or not lerp, but like make their speed approach some value along that normal. So I want to store the normal. I'm probably just going to store the normal like here is when I can do it, because it's going to be player facing -1. And I can reuse this. I can actually reuse this down here. Which is cool. So now I'm just going to say, I have this simple like approach function. It's basically a lerp. Normal times, I need it because of speed. So like, player pull speed. I don't know what to call this. This is like the speed at which you're being pulled by the grapple, which I guess is like, I don't know, 300. Player pull Excel, which is going to also be like, I don't know, 700 or something. By player pull Excel and time delta. That's a long line. Player beam. Yeah, beam the player up to this. Okay, well, I'll just try this. It doesn't end the point yet, which is kind of weird. Maybe I should do a lerp? Maybe I should just wow, okay. That worked. Hey, yay, cool. But yeah, acceleration needs to be way higher. This needs to be higher. Um, and then once we reach the point, we're never actually going to quite reach the point because the player's collide is going to keep us from it. So I guess just down here I'll say like, I think when you grapple something, I'm just going to pause the whole game also. I think that'll help make it feel better. Or when you reach the end. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of the art. My brother has been doing art as well. So we're kind of collaborating on it. And then my brother's doing the music and stuff. And we're kind of collaborating. Well, we will be collaborating on level design. The old iteration of this game, we were collaborating on like level design and stuff like that too. Okay. That might be too much. Yeah, back to streaming this project. I think. Yeah, actually, I'm not going to say that I don't want to stream more often. I do want to stream more often, but yeah, I said that last time. It's been like months, so that's cool. Player move speed. So how do I tell if you're actually at the grapple point? I guess, well, either you hit a wall, in which case that's game over. So I guess I'll just check for wall collision, or you're close enough. So if player mover collider, is there like an overlaps? That's solid. I want an offset to this. Oh, there we go. Okay, offset is our normal. So I guess, or you're close enough to the point. So or you're close enough to the point. I'm using C++ 17 right now. I haven't switched to 20 yet. I guess honestly for this project, because I'm like it's just a side project and just kind of for fun, I probably could switch to C++ 20. Okay, let me just see now if. I guess what I want to say is like. I want to get the offset actually. Oh, I can just use the from point. Okay, so if the from point some grapple at length smaller than, I don't know, 4 grappled point, or you hit a wall, then we'll exit the state. Yeah, I'm using C++ 17. Wow, that worked. I go flying upwards, which is not what I was expecting exactly, but. It's kind of cool. I don't want it to do that much. I'm going to tweak it after. Like, I'm going to set the speed explicitly. But that is cool. I honestly think if you just hold on to it, you'll just stay on the wall. Also, sorry, I'm like sniffling. I'm still getting over a cold. Oh, you saw me. My angry tweets about the coroutine stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty unimpressed by that. I think is the short explanation. Or yeah, not impressed by how that was looking. But I think it's, yeah. I think they could maybe fix it in 2023 or C++ 23 or whatever. But yeah, that's how it is for 20 at least. So that's kind of wild. wild to me anyways. Okay. So I guess another question is, should you be able to just like hang on to the wall? I think you should be able to. Once you've grappled here. Yeah, okay, so the reason that Tim Sweeney, like I got so grumpy about that C++ thing that I was like just searching Twitter, like, has anyone else talked about this? Like, does anyone else care that this is like so bad? And I just like Twitter searched it, like just like coroutine lambda bug or whatever, and then like the only other tweet I found was Tim Sweeney being like, "Wow, this is pretty bad." I was like, "Yes, okay, thank you." There's some validation. I'm glad at least other people have noticed a little bit. Okay. I think you should be able to hang from the wall. So I guess I'll just add another bool called like M holding? Or... Actually, I want to handle this differently. If you get to the end of the grapple line and haven't hit anything, it just needs to end the grapple. Else, but if you hit a wall, then you can be holding it. It's actually at the same point until I found out that you tweeted about it. I was like, wow, there's finally some... Yeah, I guess, yeah, for everyone else in the stream who doesn't know what I'm talking about right now, in C++20 they introduced coroutines, which are awesome. I really like coroutines, especially for game development, because they let you do, I might end up recoding this as like a hacky coroutine in a bit, because it lets you do like really nice, very simple, like timed events, and it's really great for cutscenes. Really great for simple behaviors. I use it for like enemy logic, like an enemy state machine. I really like it for that kind of like finite state machine kind of stuff. In non-game development, they're used all over the place for like, I don't know, you can use them for like returning custom lists and all sorts of things. But yeah, anyways, in C++20 they added coroutines, and they're pretty cool because you can do stuff like this. You say co-yield, some other stuff, blah blah blah, co-yield, and then you can call these between frames, which basically means that you can like have a function that's running in delay. And I was doing stuff where you could say like, oh, you know, do something and then co-yield like 0.2 seconds. And then it would run this, and then wait 0.2 seconds, and then run this, and then wait a single frame, and then run this. And that's really cool because you can do all sorts of cool timing stuff in that. Or you could say like, you know, well, I'm not on the ground. Like, while I'm not on the ground, do some stuff and co-yield here, and it'll like run that loop every single frame until that statement is no longer true or whatever. So they're really cool for that kind of stuff. The only thing is that like C++ also has lambdas, which like lambdas are basically inline functions. So you can do stuff like in here, you can say auto my function is equal to this, like an inline function like this, and then I can call my func like a normal function. And that's also fine and dandy, there's no problems. The thing with C++ coroutines though, is that if you say to run this function coroutine, I would say something like, I would have a coroutine runner, and I could say like run routine, my coroutine, something like that. And then that's cool. And then the other thing is that like in C++20 they let lambdas be coroutines too. So this could also be a coroutine, co-yield, you know, whatever, doing some stuff. And you could also run that, my func, as a coroutine. The only thing, though, is that captures for this lambda are different than the captures of the coroutine. So, for example, in a coroutine, you can add variables to them. You say, like, int health is equal to, I don't know, whatever, int health. And you can use int health in here, like health, minus minus. That's fine. And then when I call this function, I can say my health is 100. And so that health, that number, is captured in here, and it stays the same. So every single time I call my coroutine, as it's iterating through the coroutine, it remembers what health was the previous time. It's like its own little like stack, kind of. The problem in C++20 though is that lambda captures, which have their own allocation, and coroutine captures are not the same, and it does not remember them. So in this example, this example is different than this one. So if I have a number in here, like just say like number is equal to 10, and in a normal lambda, I'll be able to use this number however I want. I can just be like, printf, my number, whatever, number plus equals 10, except I have cap locks on, so it's a different number. But like, stuff like this, that's fine. But this capture is different than the lifetime of this coroutine, which is extremely confusing because like anywhere else in this history of C++, you can use your lambda and it captures, like it remembers this. And I'm not saying a capture by reference. I'm not saying a capture by like, this is like its own number in here. This variable is garbage by the time you get here if you use it in a coroutine like this. Or can be garbage because the lifetimes are different. So if this goes out of scope, if I do something like this, and have this coroutine running elsewhere now, this number variable, even though it's captured by the lambda, is garbage. And that's just like so confusing to me, especially if you're someone who's writing like a coroutine API. My coroutine function doesn't know if it got the coroutine from a lambda or if it got it from a normal function. So I have no safeguard of like, hey, you might not want to use a lambda in this scenario because your captures are just garbage immediately. So yeah, that was a frustration and extremely weird to me that like it's already capturing it, but then the lifetimes are like different for some reason. So, I mean, I know the reason, but like it's oof. Have I ever thought about writing my own programming language? Yeah, because it sounds really fun, but I know because I just don't have the time to invest in learning that kind of thing. It does sound really fun though. And I love learning about the programming languages that other people make, but I don't know if I have the patience or time. It does sound very fun, though. It sounds extremely entertaining. Have any plans peeking back to FNA someday, or is it a blind hope? I think I wouldn't wait on me going back to the FNA stuff. I mean, I still do FNA like related stuff. Still poke around in some Celeste stuff every now and then. I contributed a little bit, like I was doing I contributed a bit to like SDL2, which FNA uses, but yeah, right now I don't have plans to work on like an FNA specific game or anything right now. So I wouldn't wait for me, but I mean, it still exists and I'm still involved in the community. I'm just not making stuff in it right now, but I'm not against, I might make stuff in it in the future, but not right now. Hey, no problem. I'm glad you like the stream. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling as I code weird stuff, but I'm glad it's entertaining. Okay, so there's two situations here where one is we reach the grappling, well, we reach the grappling point without a wall. Actually, I should do this after the wall check. Else. So in this scenario, we reached a grappling point. I'll make this be even closer, I think, without hitting a wall. In which case, I'm not sure what to do with that yet. I'm just going to cancel out of the grapple entirely. But if we did reach a wall, I feel like this music just stopped. I'm going to keep playing this again. If we did reach a wall, then we'll go into the holding state where you can hold on to the wall. Or as long as you're holding the grapple button, I guess. Actually, do I know what button they used when they grabbed this? I don't. Okay, I need to store the weapon behavior needs to know what button is being used. Because otherwise I can't check if you're holding it, because I don't know. The weapons can be assigned to either like the primary or secondary button, so kind of like I don't know if I'll ever end up using this. They might always be the secondary button, but like it's kind of like it's set up right now like Link's Awakening, where you can like swap out you can put them in either slot kind of. So then when you use a weapon, I need to tell it like, hey, this is the button that you have. Where does it use weapons? Start primary weapon. Okay, M active weapon button is equals primary. Secondary. Okay, so now I can check. So if button down, bullets return. Otherwise, like we want our speed to be okay. And in this situation, you should be able to wall jump out of it too, but I'll say that for a second. Do I need to be able to do that? Yeah, I don't think I need to do that. Excuse me. I don't think I need to do that. Oh, whoops. Return false exits, yeah. I don't think I need to do that. It feels like since there's only a single weapon, like, and sword is probably always going to be like tied to primary, there's no reason to have to switch them. But like I just coded them that way, like so I could put grapple in both of like in sword in this one. So now sword's on my Z key and grapple's on my X, which is yeah, kind of weird, but I'm probably just gonna leave it for now because it's just working and it's not really that complicated to let it be either way. So. But you're correct, I don't actually need to do that at all. What do I think about Jonathan Blow's language, Jai? I think it looks cool. I haven't really followed it very closely. Like I looked at it like years ago when he kind of first started talking about it, and I think I watched a few of his streams just to kind of see what it was about. But I haven't really followed it closely, so I don't know the state of it. But all of the things that he wanted to do sound very nice to me. Like I think I'm on the same page in regards to programming stuff as him pretty frequently. I haven't followed it, but I'm excited to see where it goes, and I hope it turns into something cool. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And I think I probably like his programming principles. I probably agree with a lot of. So. Yeah, I guess like curious, and yeah, curious, and kind of want to try it if it has a public release. Let's see. Oh, I want to make it so that when you're holding, you're in the. It's a few things. So player. Right, play, wall, do I have a wall animation? I do somewhere, slide. And then if you jump, you can jump out of this, which I basically just want to use the player's wall jump code, so I'm probably going to move the player's cancel jump, void, jump, void, jump. I'm going to add functions for these so that I can call them from other places, because right now they're just in the update loop with the player. But I want to be able to update, or I want to be able to call Where is that code? Cancel. Oops. I want to be able to call wall jump from the grapple state, and probably jump too, because I want to like, I want to let you jump out of the grapple before you actually hit the wall. So like you can like start grappling and cancel out of it like halfway through. We kind of did that like you can do in Celeste Classic 2, the grapple hook in that game. You can jump out of it before it gets to the end of the grapple, and that feels really cool, I think. I need to find out where wall jumping happens in here. Just here. So I probably want to know which way you're wall jumping. So the wall jump code, this needs to be int. Like that. What is this iterate? Snap to the wall. Oh, there is a wall. Oh, it's okay, I'll leave that in there. That's a little bit weird, but I'll leave that there for now. Okay, I can delete a lot of this now because I've moved it. This is the code to see if you can wall jump, which I'm leaving here. Wall jump is like wall jumps regardless of whether or not it was supposed to be able to wall jump. And then jump is going to do the same thing. But I actually want to steal this code. I want this in both places. Yeah, I want this here as well. Okay. Yeah, I really want to try Zig too. There's so many cool programming languages. Zig is one I've been meaning to play with, and I just also haven't. I would say I'm definitely very interested in Zig. Just I think I'm more interested in Zig than Jai, just because Zig is out and I can mess with it. It seems to me like the principles are pretty similar to both languages. Like the things that they're trying to solve are very similar to me. So yeah, I definitely want to try Zig at some point because it seems really cool, and I like the goals of both those languages, and like the goals of Rust too. I think that's also cool. I just like the idea. I like the direction of like systems programming languages, and moving towards like that stuff again instead of I can't think of the word, the interpreted languages like the Javas and C# and Python and everything, which are cool, but I'm really a fan of stuff that is just running like compiled down to actual machine code. There's something that's cool about that to me. Okay, wall jump code is here, so now I can make it so you can cancel out of the... Once you're holding a wall, you can cancel out of it. Oops, player. Wall jump. Negative. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Oh, and then if you do this reader, I've done this state. There's also, oh yeah, Odin language. I haven't tried that one, and that's probably the one I know least about. But I have seen it around, and I've heard of it. But I have not, that's probably the one I've looked at the least, but it does seem cool. Okay. Okay, there's instances where I guess if I move fast enough. Yeah, okay, there's certain situations where I guess I'm not detecting a wall yet. I think what I want to do here is check further away. I want to check further away, and then if this happens, I want to snap to that wall. Try to snap to the wall. Which I guess I can just do by moving the player. Can I just move the player? Can I just snap the... Yeah, let's just try that. Sometimes what would happen, I think, is like it would... Yeah, that's better. It would like not be close enough to the wall yet to count as you being able to grab the wall, but close enough to the point that it like would cancel the grapple. Okay, so now you can like, yeah, wall jump out of it, which is cool. So the next thing I want to do is make it so you can jump out earlier. Oh, the playlist? Yeah, it's actually this Stream Beats by Harris Heller, and they make like stream safe, like they make music that you're free to just play on stream. And so this is the latest one that they did. And I like it a lot. Yeah, it's just like nice, just kind of ambient music to like listen to while working on stuff, especially on stream, where I need music that's safe to stream if I want to like put this on YouTube later or whatever. You were also saying about the STL 3D thing. Kind of game ideas planned for that. Yeah, I don't have game ideas specifically, but I really want to do a small series when that comes out of just making a game in it from scratch in like a few episodes or something, of just like making like a simple platformer, like just an STL2 with STL2 3D rendering, just like from nothing but that to a small game. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, so wall. So I want it so you can cancel out. So if controls jump. I'm just gonna actually call player jump to see. I think I'm gonna want to do something else in this, but I'm kind of curious what this feels like. Yeah, okay, that feels weird. Feels like I'm going down. Does the jump code like snap you to the floor or something? No. I think I'm going to have to write a custom jump function. Do you use in scripting languages like C# or Lua for this engine? This one is just, actually no, this one's not just C++. This one is C++, but it has a bit of Lua specifically for NPCs. So let me find one. So like little characters like this, you can add scripts to them and this is Lua. So there's a little bit of Lua code for that kind of thing, which I like, because then I can just edit, these characters and make them say stuff, and that's just done in Lua, and that's nice. So I like Lua for cutscenes, basically. That's kind of the current thought, is using them for cutscenes, and I could actually code full game objects in them. Like, there's enough code in here. I can make them move around in Lua and stuff like that, but I'm coding almost everything in C++ with the exception of just like cutscenes. What is this? Actually, I don't know what this is. I think these are just misplaced objects. Yeah, I might end up making this not diagonal. We'll see. I might end up just doing this like the actual Celeste Classic 2 grapple, where it's horizontal. I'm not sure yet. Flipping. Yeah, so jumping out of it doesn't feel very good right now. It just feels kind of like, I don't know, kind of weird. Do I have, I'm kind of wondering if I have the old grappling hook thing that I had. Because I kind of want to add that to this because it was fun. Kind of feel like I don't have it anymore. Oh wait, no, I do have it. Grapple. Oh, that's like a grapple point. That's not what I want. I don't think I do anymore. Wait, slash, slice, sword, get, throw, star, skip, no, pop. Huh. Yeah, I don't know where it is in here. Maybe it's gone. Maybe I might have deleted it, honestly. Okay. I guess I had, yeah, so this is like from the first time I was implementing grappling hooks, I had like this grapple point. So these are like actual things you could grapple to. It's kind of cool. I might end up adding those back, honestly. They're kind of fun. And then I guess the grappling hook will need to like seek to them a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I want to make jumping out of it feel better. Feels really not that great right now. Like it just, ugh, nothing. Does jumping cancel your horizontal speed? No. Okay, I'm just gonna make it different. Jump player scale. I don't know how I want to do this yet. Why do I use C++ and not C#? Well, one is I was just learning C++. I've used C# for a long time, like years and years, and I just kind of wanted to learn C++. Mostly because I wanted to do console development. Oh, this is weird. That's a weird scenario. I mean, it's not that weird, I guess, but I did not consider that. Wow. That's also a weird scenario. So I'm getting sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I use C++ or C# a lot. But I kind of wanted to learn C++ because I wanted to do console development, and C# is not that easy to use with consoles. So I wanted to just actually try working on stuff in consoles, and that meant working in C++ mostly. That's like the most accessible way to do that. And so it's kind of a mix of a learning experience and wanting to do some console development. And that's kind of where I'm at. And I kind of am enjoying it. Like, it's just been fun. And now it's kind of more just like a preference and something I find entertaining. Even though I do have problems with it, like such as coroutines. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I might go back to C# at some point. I just haven't yet. But yeah, I love C#. It's a really good language. Yeah, C#. Okay, yeah, that is fair. Like C# native AOT stuff is getting pretty cool, and I know that like it's making headway in console space. So that's cool. Okay, so yeah, hit a wall. Oh, I don't have to. Just hit a ceiling. I'll have to add. New grapple point. Or hit a ceiling. I guess you could maybe cling to ceilings, but I don't know if I want that. But yeah, okay, I really need to make the getting, like, it feels really awkward now, so I have to start making this actually feel good. Now I want to make it so that if you're going here and you press jump, yeah, okay, actually that time it did what I was wanting it to do, where if you like go like this and you press jump like kind of earlier, you get launched over. Actually, for now I'm just gonna say like player. I'm just gonna override. I'm gonna say jump, and then just set the speed to what I want it to be, which is a little bit hacky, but it'll kind of work. I have no idea. Oh wait, I can actually want to do jump forced. Jump normal force? Oh, I see jump amount. I think I want to override these. C# native AOT. I don't know what the state of it working on Windows 7 is. Yeah, I actually have no idea. The output of native AOT should probably work on Windows 7 because it's just been compiled to like x86 machine code, so the output might work. I don't know about the, like, actually the compiler. Oh, apparently, whoops. Apparently this should not be the direction, it should just be the amount. Okay, that's a bit too much. I do like that it moves you. Okay, this is a bit ridiculous. I feel like it's just like not. Yeah, I think I want the jump. I need the jump to be more controlled. I don't want to just use the player's normal jump. It's too weird. It doesn't do the behavior I want. I want more of like an arc that you come out of it. So if you like jump, if you're grappling up and you jump, you do like an arc. And right now it just feels like a weird janky thing. Like it feels more like I'm doing this like this kind of arc instead of that, which is yuck. Ugly. And I think this is because of the way that the player jump works. I want to actually set the speed. Let me just actually just directly, like, not do the jump, but like... Oh, something is probably way too high. These are probably both too high, honestly. Am I using any memory tricks right now? Oh yeah, okay, see this is close, like this is not good, but this is more what I wanted. Just needs to be higher now, and that's good, which can be bad. Am I using any memory tricks? For this project, actually not really right now. It's pretty simple, like the game objects and stuff are just, what are they? I think they're pooled. Yeah, they're pooled, but they're not even in like a flat. They're like not even in like a nice like arena or whatever. So yeah, that's something I could iterate on at some point, is making them more like actually like a block of memory. Right now it's just kind of like allocating things and throwing them away, which is yeah okay for the scale of this game. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think the problem is that the... Yes, I do, okay, I do have, like, I do a lot of things with, like, strings and stuff. Like, my strings and so on have, like, a lot more stack space than the default C++ strings. Like, my strings have, like 64, 64 bytes on like the stack before they start allocating, which is a lot more. I think I can't remember how much the default C++ ones are, but they're a lot smaller, and only if you turn on special like compile options. But yeah, so I do stuff like that where like I don't like allocating like strings all the time. So like 99% of my strings are less than 64 bytes. So I'm just like, yeah, okay, that string just gets to be 64 bytes on the stack, which is kind of big, but I like it that way. And then yeah, I have these like stack vectors, which are just like, they're kind of like STD. They're a mix between like STD array and STD vector, where they can kind of grow and stuff, but they have a set size that's just on the stack. Yeah. Can I make a recap of the project? Yeah, I don't mind doing that. Yeah, basically it's just like a small game where playing as this character and you have a little sword. It's like a platformer. And it was going to be a much more kind of larger open Metroidvania where you explore a lot of space. And that was getting out of scope because this game is supposed to just be a side project that I'm doing for fun. And the last iteration of it was getting too big. So now I'm simplifying it a lot and like reducing it down into more of arcade kind of like level by level thing. So there's like distinct levels, and so I just iterate. I was working on this like metro station or this metro line, and this is kind of like the map select. So you're in here, and then you can select like which level to go to, which like should reduce the scope down a lot. And that's kind of where it's at right now. So yeah, now I'm just kind of like rebooting it. So I threw away basically all the old game, and now it's just like just kind of starting it fresh, because it's been a long time since I worked on it. So yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm honestly thinking about like, that's kind of what I wanted. That's like feels a bit much though. You know, I'm honestly thinking about making this more like the Celeste grapple, where it's horizontal instead of angled like this. The angle is interesting, but yeah, I'm actually thinking about making it horizontal instead. Because then the jump out of it would feel nicer, and you could like grapple like this, like, and grapple horizontally onto that, and it'll be easier to aim. 45-degree aiming is kind of hard, so I might try that. Okay, first I'm gonna take a small break and get some more water. But yeah, I'll be back in like 2 minutes, and then I think I'm gonna try doing that, making the grapple horizontal, and then making the jump out of it nicer, and then making it so when you jump out of it, you spin. I have like the spinning animation for the player. It doesn't look like anything, but I think once they're spinning, it'll actually look cool. And then yeah, I want to add like an actual grappling hook object so it like visually looks nicer, and tweak all the timing and stuff. I think by today I can make this feel good, but it's gonna take a lot of iteration still. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, on that note, I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. Yeah, see y'all soon. Okay, I am back. I just saw that it's been a weak message again. It's funny. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try horizontal grapple because, yeah, the angled one isn't really feeling how I thought it would feel. I think I can just change the normal though, and it should just work. So I don't think. Oops, where's the player? Yeah, okay. That's ridiculous. Okay, now I'm gonna try putting it just the normal jump. The normal jump, but with more horizontal speed. Right. I keep forgetting that the negative is, like, it automatically does the negative. That's still way too much. Wait, how high is my normal jump? My normal jump's like that. Okay, that's a lot. I think I'm just gonna make this. Gonna get rid of this parameter. Okay. And then I do want the animation to be different though. I want you to do a spinning animation. So I might have to change that. I think I'm gonna have to write a custom jump for this because yeah, it just feels. I like how that feels though. I mean, basically it's just the Celeste Classic 2 grappling hook at this point. But I mean, I like how that feels for a reason, so yeah, I might just leave it like that. Where's my grapple code? Yeah, okay, so I wonder if I don't set that, but instead just use. Yeah, that feels better. Yeah, I like how this feels. Okay, that's cool. It is just the Celeste grappling, Celeste 2 Classic. Wow, I can't say Celeste Classic 2 grappling hook. But I do like how it feels a lot better. And now I want to add the spin. Oh yeah, that's a cool idea, Alex. Yeah, yeah, making it so that it like seeks to them still for those ones. I also think I kind of want, like, given how this looks, I want to add the. I think I do want to have the can pull. Stuff you can pull towards you as well. Sounds fun. Um, like this area, like the reason I want to do grappling hook for this area is because it's going to be like these like concrete lofts. So it's kind of this like floating castle-y loft vibe once it's actually working. So I thought the grappling hook would be a fun one for this area. So it feels like there's be cool stuff to like do here with this. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now I want to spin animation, which I think I just want to override. I think I'm just gonna have a bool on player called spinning. It's kind of weird to do it this way, but put it there, sure. Player spinning. And then player jump. Player spinning. Where's their animation code? Okay, here. So here, if they're grounded, they're doing stuff. Otherwise, if they're not grounded, I guess I'll say if they're spinning, I'll say if they're spinning. We're gonna play, I have this, right? What's it called? Flipping. I called it flipping before. Oops. Sprite, play, flipping. And sprite. Oh, this is gonna be weird because the origin's down. Oh, the origin's in the center. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna want to offset the player sprite for this, but rotation. I only want this to be intervals of 90 degrees because I don't want it to actually. I don't want the rotation to be like actually. Well, I'll try it like this first. I don't think I want it to be actual. Like non-90 degrees because it'll make the pixels all squiggly. But we'll try it. I need to get I think the sprite position needs to be higher in this case as well, which is kind of weird. I'm gonna have to like code this for this and then like how much different is that? It's there. This is I want to move the player up a bit. The player sprite up a bit, like negative, I don't know, -8 even. And then as soon as if you're not spinning, it needs to undo that immediately. And as soon as you touch the ground, you shouldn't be spinning. So spinning is false. And as soon as you're wall sliding, you shouldn't be spinning. I mean, as soon as you're doing anything that isn't just like sitting in the air, you shouldn't be spinning. So I should actually maybe code it more for that. If spinning, if wall sliding, if not, or if state. When do I turn spinning back off? Okay, wait, I'm just gonna not turn it off and see what it looks like just to start. But now I'm gonna be spinning forever, which is gonna be ridiculous, so. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I need to turn spinning off. It needs to be faster too. The spinning is not very fast. I think we'll just say that like I just might have to manually turn it off, I guess, wherever I end up using it. Okay, well, if you're on the ground, we can turn spinning off. And then if you wall slide, we'll just have to manually turn it off. If you jump, I'm probably just gonna add a cancel spin to this, honestly. Yeah, let's add a cancel spin. So as soon as you're on the ground, regardless of what state you're in, spinning is gonna... Okay, and then If you're wall sliding, you want to cancel the spin. Hey, Raisinbeak. I like your username. Yeah, as soon as you're wall sliding, we want to turn off the spin. Turn around, grounded. Where is wall sliding? Oh, there's gravity. Oh, wall behavior. Okay, so if you're wall sliding, then yeah, cancel spin. Actually, here I'll say I want to check if you are spinning before I cancel it. Just for in case spinning ever does anything else. You jump, we should definitely cancel the spin. Wall jump, cancel spin, and then attacking should cancel spin. I mean, literally everything should cancel spin, but yeah, I wonder if there's a better way to write this that is more like all-inclusive of turning off spin, but for now this is fine, I guess. Where's attacking? Probably good enough. It's actually weird to me that it takes so long. Oh, I know. Never mind. Oh, the spin needs to be based on the direction you go. Yeah, okay. So I'm actually going to change spinning to an integer. It's going to be 0. And then that way, when you jump out of the grapple, the spin can be based on... Oh, I don't need to... No, I don't need to... I just overcomplicated that. Because... this can just be your facing. The way you're facing, yeah, I don't know why. Wait, that should just already work, okay. I was overcomplicating that. Whoa, where'd my code... Oh, it just snapped back, okay. I want it to be a lot faster too. Like, I thought 2 full rotations a second would be fast, but it wasn't that fast. Okay, maybe that's too fast. And I think I want to like a delay on like or. Okay, that is way too fast, but also it's entertaining. And I think I just want a few rotations and then for you to stop. So like, I don't think I want the spin to happen for literally forever. I mean, it's fine for now. Okay. Okay, so then when it grabs, when the grapple grabs, I'm gonna make particles happen. So wait, if I'm not grappled, this is where it grapples. Okay, so I want to make some particles happen here. Thanks. Yeah, I think it works pretty well. It's kind of dorky, but this game's gonna be kind of dorky, so I'm pretty cool with it. What do I want? I kind of want to do a hurt first. This is kind of weird. Like, I probably shouldn't reuse this. So let's try this. I don't know if I should use this effect. Like, this is the effect that I'm using for enemies being hurt, and so reusing it for this seems or that was really bad looking. Ooh. Why did that look so bad? Grapple point. That's the point that it grappled to, but it's like way the fuck over here. Why is it so big? Like, why is the area so huge? Oh, position plus rotation times 12. I just did that. Just did a number. That's kind of awkward. I think I'm gonna do not 12. Let's say L's output radius. It can be 12 by default. And then that should at least fix that. This one needs to do... Wait, where's this? And radius here can be like, yeah, I want radius to be like 2 or something for this one. And these effects are actually pretty good. Do you get comments from people telling you that you shouldn't build your own game engine using like Unity? People tell me this. Yeah, I get that sometimes. But mostly people are like, I get that. I see that like kind of more on just the internet at large. People when they come into my streams or talk to me in person are usually more just curious, like, oh, why aren't you using something like Unity? Why are you doing your own thing? And so I don't feel like it's usually more like that. I feel like, and in those cases, yeah, I explain kind of like, you know, why I like doing my own thing. But yeah, I definitely see that on the internet a lot, that you should never, you know, never remake the wheel, or like always use stuff if you want to, you know, big engines if you want to actually finish a game, which there might be some truth in that because I'm bad at finishing stuff, but I like learning and making my own stuff. So once I usually explain like, yeah, I just like making my own stuff, I like learning the process of making my own stuff, I like the workflow of my own stuff, people are usually pretty understanding. Yeah, I think the grapple cancel feels cool. Yeah, don't reinvent the wheel. Yeah, basically, so I started off I was like, this grappling hook through the iterations of this game have gone just closer and closer to this last one. I started off even today with like I don't know if you were here earlier, but like, I started off doing a 45-degree angle one, and it just didn't feel right. Like, felt weird for this game. So now I'm just like, yeah, it's actually just like the Celeste grapple, but this game has like fighting and stuff. So I think that's kind of cool. And again, this is like this is the weapon that's only for this area. So yeah, it's not going to be used everywhere. Yeah. Writing your own code means that, yeah, it's harder to ask for help online because no one knows your engine. So yeah, it's definitely a preference thing. I don't really have any problems with people using big engines, and I use big engines sometimes too. I sometimes really enjoy them. Like, I sometimes really have a lot of fun messing around in Unity and like just throwing stuff together, and it feels really fun. But yeah, it's just a preference thing of like, what am I excited about doing and what I like, and that has slowly over time shifted more and more towards just making my own stuff, just because that's like the most fun I have. Um, okay, I want to add like a thing where if you don't grapple, it looks better. Hi, I'm looking at the GitHub. Am I correct that there's no collision code in there? Oh, yeah. There is not really. Yeah, that only. So the blah stuff here, actually I have it open here, is just the kind of like launching the game and rendering stuff. I don't have the collision code in there, although a lot of my collision code uses the stuff that's in like the vector or the, where is it, the spatial stuff, like these vectors and stuff. I'm fine honestly putting my, where is it? My collision code is basically just in here, I think. But if you want to learn about the system that I'm using, it's called separating axis theorem. In terms of resolving collisions, I actually want to do an iteration on this. I'm not totally happy with how it solves them right now. Wait, and then where's my code? So there's the collision stuff, which is separating axis theorem, and then the mover is like, it moves. This is really ugly. I actually really want to redo this because it's really old and I don't like it. But basically it like, it has tons of code in here for all sorts of stuff that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, actually, I don't even want to go through this code because I really wanted to redo it, and it has like tons of stuff in here for stuff that doesn't exist. But basically, what happens is like you have an object, and you move it by like half their width on the axis you're moving. So if they're moving like this way, you take half their width and you you sweep test them by that amount. And if you hit anything, you pop out of the thing you hit, and then you stop. And then I do a bit of resolving for like if you hit a wall like this, your velocity doesn't just stop. Your velocity like goes upwards. So you go like that, or if you hit it like a wall like this, you go down. So it has like some stuff like that, which I think is just like, I think it's just to resolve. I just do some weird like, I don't know where it is in this function or in this class anymore because this is really old. Oh, here it is, adjust speed. I just do some dot product of like the wall you, my mouse is covering it. Dot product of the wall you hit, and it like adjusts it. But yeah, the core of it is just separating axis theorem, and then a sweep test, and that's basically it. But yeah, after I iterate on this, like I'm gonna recode this file probably pretty soon because it has a lot of old junk in there, and I don't like how it works anymore. But I'm fine posting this stuff online. But yeah, my actual blah stuff doesn't have the collision code in it. It's just like the framework kind. Whoa, that grappled but then canceled. What the heck? That was weird. Yeah, that was it again. That's weird that it canceled. Whoa, I grappled through the wall. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Why the heck is that happening? So yeah, there's a case of it like, it hits, but then it cancels? Like it gets to here, it says grapple point is this. That is weird. Yeah, this project uses a very different collision stuff than the Celeste one. This one's using like, the Celeste one is much more straightforward in that it's like just rectangles, and they just move one pixel at a time until they detect that a rectangle is over another rectangle, and then they stop. That's the Celeste one. This one's using like a bit more complicated math, but is more like what more modern day stuff uses most of the time, which is like, yeah, separating axis theorem, which is like popping out of objects and sweep tests and stuff like that. But yeah. Did the name blah come from anywhere? I couldn't think of a name, so I just called it blah. Yeah. I like the name Foster, my other one, a lot more for like the C# one I have, but that was taken, so, by my other project, so yeah. I just couldn't think of anything. I just wanted to post my source code online and have a consistent place for it. And so I needed some kind of name, and I was like, I don't know. So it's called blah now. Okay, so why the heck? It like grapples the wall, detects it grapples the wall, has a grapple point. Oh, what? I just deleted the... Oh, I just deleted the... Oh wait, no, I'm grappled. Oh, this can happen afterwards. So it grapples it, then reaches the max distance and cancels. Okay, so that needs to be an else. Else if. Foster plus plus. Maybe I should have called it that, honestly. I don't know what the acronym for blah would be because it's so it's already so short. Okay, there we go. That's fixed now. I think I only want these. And then if it doesn't, if it reaches the max distance without grabbing anything, I kind of want it to go into a different state. Which is where I basically almost want a state machine now, because this is getting a bit annoying with these bools. So I'm going to do int state. I'm going to use an actual like fake state machine, finite state machine, extremely simple. st grapple st or cling. I'll call it cling. This is like when you're clinging to the wall, and I'm gonna have another one for mist because I want it to like wait a little bit, I think, when you miss. So here we can say m state the st. And then if state, and then we grappled something, so we'll say m state is equal to st grapple. Your m state is going to be st mist. Player, move the player towards grapple point. So this is going to be if m state is equal to st grapple. And then this is if you are, so jumping out just cancels, hit a ceiling it just cancels, and then grabbing a wall will go to m state equal to st cling, st wall cling, I guess. So m state is equal to st cling. Okay, so that's the same code now. Right, and then this is if we have a grapple point. So this code actually isn't compatible. Can I? Hey Grayson, I hope you're doing well. Been a while. Oh Grayson, I saw your recent art piece. It was really cool, like the robot one. Super good. So the reason I'm not using enums, there's not really a reason. I could just be using enums for this case. I don't love, I honestly, I don't like how C++ or C does enums. Like C enums are like, they're not namespaced, so they just fall into like the global namespace of everything, which I don't like. And then C++ enums I really don't like because you can't like, they're not integers really, which is, I mean, it makes sense, but then I can't do like bitwise operators on them all the time. So like, I have this thing where I always have like, oh, I want an enum, but it has to be a mask or flags or something, and it's like doesn't work as either of them, and I often end up using integers, even though it's kind of silly. At least I use integers for places where it's like a very finite case. Like this is only used inside this single little place, so it feels okay. As soon as an enum is used in lots of places, then I use an actual enum because then the scoping, like, it helps you find, like, hey, what are my options? Like, I don't, like, what are my actual options for this enum? Then I use an enum because it's all in one place and you can see it. But yeah, when it's like a tiny case, like, or when it's flags, I use integers. It's kind of weird. Yeah. I guess I need to keep this bool called mgrappled because I wanna have it for this grapple point. Oh, and here I'll just set it to false. Okay, so then if it missed, I don't want to actually return here. Yeah, okay, so it missed. What do I want it to do? I think I just want it to, like, wait. It's like, oh, you missed, like, you're just aware that it's missing right now and just delay. So missed delay. Missed timer, I guess. That actually might be too long. Okay, so then we exit once that happens. Actually, that feels kind of okay. Cool. Making bots in C++? What do you mean by bots? Like, what kind of bots? I don't really need these comments. It's pretty explicit now what's happening. A bot that can play some boring ass games. Oh, I see. There's different kinds of bots, I think. Like it depends if you're coding it to actually play it, or if it's like a task which is just running through it, or if it's like the, you know, machine learning kind of bot. A task that runs through? Okay, that's like a task then. I don't know how people make task bots usually. I mean, the easiest way to make a task bot is one that just, like, you know, you feed it inputs and it fakes the inputs and then the game thinks that the inputs are happening. Oh, I see. Would you recommend this class for game dev intro? I'm studying C++ syntax on web dev and game dev. I have not watched this. Comp 4300. Yeah, I haven't watched this, so I don't know offhand. But I mean, it looks like it might be cool. Yeah, I haven't watched this, so I don't know, but honestly, it looks like it might be cool. Is it recent? Oh, it's really recent. Yeah, that sounds cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've used all those things, so that seems cool. That's valid too. Like if you're just trying to get into if you're just trying to get into like desktop game development, then you could look at other languages too. C++, I've been enjoying C++ a lot, but there are like very viable alternatives like C Sharp and Rust and stuff. I better Blockchain's not the problem for me. The part that is hard is like how can you tell the program what game is running? That makes sense. Yeah, I don't have much experience in that kind of regard. Like I've never written bots for anything, so unfortunately I don't have much insight into that. Um, yeah, I don't know how those kind of things usually work. I assume there's some ways to like find programs that are running and stuff. I mean, I don't know why the bot would need to figure out what kind of game you're running. Like usually you write a bot for a game and then run a game, I assume. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't really know much about that kind of thing. Cancel. Cancel only happens if you're actually like hurt. Right now, I think if I grapple through some spikes, it should just cancel it. I think. I don't think anything weird should happen. Oh, I should. Oh wait, no, that was fine. That's like basically. It's weird that I got knocked out to the right though. I don't really know why that happened. Like I thought I would go this way, but that might not be a problem of the grapple. Yeah, that seems about appropriate. About appropriate response. Oh yeah. C# is garbage collected and C++ is not. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I want to make a little sprite now for the grapple point, which I think I'm just gonna make like a little hand. I honestly thought that I'd done. How do you draw a grabbed hand versus a non-grabbed hand? Something like... something like this, maybe? Yeah, this is good enough. Didn't update your site for old. No, I haven't updated my site for oldest. Maybe I should put it on there though. I probably should put it on there. It's kind of funny. Maybe I'll put it as part of the actual Celeste page, okay? I'm not surprised that people didn't like it too much. It was, I did it in about 3 hours. I don't even remember why. I can't remember what the conversation was. We were having some kind of conversation at the office, like with the Celeste team, and started joking about something like that. And I was like, I'm just gonna actually make it because it sounds so stupid. And it was fun to make. Okay. I don't like that I have this debug draw. I want an actual draw, I guess. Which maybe websites should actually just get a render function. Yeah, maybe they should just actually get a render function. Maybe let's rename this. Maybe let's stop calling this debug draw and just call it render, and accept that it is gonna exist here forever. Okay, I won't accept it quite yet, but I'm gonna probably accept it. The other thing I want is I want to have an animation. Where's my other weapon? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I want an animation. Okay, so when we begin, I'm going to add an animation to the player. Oh wait, this has to happen first. I don't right now. I don't host it on GitHub pages right now, but I totally could be. It's a static site. There's nothing on it. But no, my host is DigitalOcean right now. Because for a long time my website was a lot more complicated. It was, I mean, it's gone through so many iterations of different things, but at one point it was like actually a full-blown like WordPress site, and then it was like a PHP thing that I did, and then it was like something else, and yeah, so it's gone through a lot. I was involved in the music in that I said, this sounds really cool, Lena, when she made it. I mean, yeah, we collaborate with her in terms of like the game in general and what the mood and feelings are like. But I'm not a musician at all, so I didn't work on the actual song at all. That was all Lena. But she collaborated with us on the actual like what the game is, and she has a strong, like a large part in like, you know, working on the actual game. So yeah, I'd say like the general vibe that we're going for was definitely a collaboration, just in terms of like, here's the, you know, this is kind of what the game is. But no, that's all her. Like she's really amazing, and really good at like just being like, she's really good at kind of seeing like, okay, this is what the game's kind of like, and I'm just gonna write stuff that fits that really well. So yeah, that's kind of like Celeste too. Like we kind of had the game already like pretty far along, and we're like, hey Lena, like this is what we have, and she just wrote really cool music for it that fit really well. So yeah, she's just good at that. I want to do like this. This can take a and play idle, I guess. Any technical reason for the res change other than the vibe? What do you mean? I don't remember, like the resolution of the reveal. Okay, handle position is going to be... See if this works. I just realized it's going to create one of these every single time. That's pretty cool. I think the origin needs to be in a bit more. Is Earthblade also 320/180? No. Earthblade's higher resolution than that. I can't talk too much about why Earthblade is higher resolution than that. But yeah, it's higher resolution than Celeste for a bunch of reasons that we will reveal someday. Okay, that feels better. I want to make it so that your speed is actually faster when you come out of it, which is kind of weird. But right here, I want to say player mover speed x times equals 1.5, which might be too much. But it's already setting the speed itself. So then I just want to make it you. Yeah, we will definitely do a technical postmortem of Earthblade because it has been very interesting, to say the least. And I can't talk about why yet, or what's going on. But yeah, it's definitely been an extremely interesting development process. A good one. I don't mean to be that it's like the game is making really good progress, but yeah, steep learning curve and a lot of stuff. And I definitely want to talk about the stuff that we went through making it. But we're still quite a ways out from like that. Earthblade still has quite a lot of work to do before it's done. But yeah, I'd love to talk about at some point the technical stuff that went into it and the things we did really well and things we did really wrong and had to change and stuff like that. It'll be really fun, I think. If I grab just the edge, I should be able to get quite a bit of speed, I think. I need to wait until I'm closer. Yeah, I feel like I should be able to get more speed than that. But that felt kind of fast. I'm letting go way too early. If I go like here, that wasn't too bad. I might make it slightly high. I might just make it 2. If I try 2, I don't know. And maybe I want a min speed actually. Maybe I'll reduce it back, but I want this to. Player pull start speed. I don't know why I have player. I don't need. I'll leave this for now, whatever. Start going faster. It feels like it takes too long to get going. So as soon as it starts pulling you, grapple. Yeah, I think right here when you start going into, yeah, right here I want to set the speed to. Why do I use VS22 in development and not something else? It's just kind of like I use different things depending on the day. I code in VS Code a lot too. Right now I'm just not using it, but I use VS Code a lot, especially when I'm not on Windows. So like on Linux, I use VS Code for everything. VS22 is just what I use at work, so it's just kind of what I'm used to for a lot of the time, and it's for C++. If I was not coding C++ and not coding C#, I probably wouldn't use VS 2022. I'd probably just use VS Code. VS Code is my favorite editor by far. Is the tile decoration automatically done by the game? It's automatically done right now, but it's not. I don't love it how it's set up right now, but yeah, it is automatic. So, like if I paint these, it'll change them. Which, yeah, I don't mind. It needs. I would like it to be a bit better. But the auto tiles, I don't love them, I guess. But yes, it is. It is. Okay, this is feeling pretty cool. I'm feeling happier with this. And I should be able to actually attack out of grapple as well, which I can't do right now. I want to add a slight delay here so that if you do a jump within like the first few frames of grabbing a wall, you still do the normal jump with the spin. I think that'll feel better. Float and playing. Okay, wait. Oh, right, I was gonna make it in here. So if you... That's better. Yeah, it's Visual Studio has a lot of stuff just out of the box, pretty easily. That makes C# and C++ on Windows specifically pretty straightforward. I feel like, yeah, it's just more straightforward. But yeah, on Linux I use VS Code because I really like how like lightweight it is, and it just does what I need. And I like how it looks. Okay, this is feeling pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, I want to make it so you can cancel out by attacking. And I guess I don't know if you should cancel out if you like let go of all the buttons. Like it feels like maybe it should cancel, but I don't think it should. I think it should still grapple you. Like right now you can't cancel it by letting go, but maybe you should. I think I'm not going to let you cancel. I might come back to that and let you cancel, but for now I'm just not going to let you cancel. I think next I want to make it so you can attack cancel out of it. So yeah, if you attack, you should be able to... Like right now if I hit attack, nothing happens. So basically regardless of what state I'm in, I want to be able to attack out of it. So I think down here we're going to say if... excuse me. If, I don't have a way to tell, actually. I guess this is an argument for making these always be secondary weapons. Because right now the fact that it can be a primary weapon is kind of weird. It makes it harder to cancel out of. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll just... This is going to be a hack for now. Alright, actually, okay, I need a way to do... let's put this here. Okay, so where's the actual code for trying to attack? So I want to be able to do this from the grappling hook, so I need to add functions for this, which is here. And then I need to cancel it. So this. This. Okay. So now that I have these functions, I can use these functions from the grappling state. And you can always use grapple. I'm going to say there's a... I think I will add a... I'm not going to add a cooldown, but I will add a thing... no, it won't. I will add a thing to the player though so that I can't double grapple. Like I can't grapple from grappling. That would be weird. And to do that, I'm gonna say this does mean when I end the attack state, I need to make sure I unset this active weapon. Where is the attack state? Oh, weapon state. Okay, unsets it. Okay, good. Sweet. Okay, so now in here, I can finally just, I think I can just throw those functions in. Let's cancel out of the grapple into an attack. If player primary attack or player secondary attack. See if that works. What devices do I use Linux on? I have like a Linux laptop. So my desktop is a Windows computer right now. And then my laptop is a Linux laptop. And that's what that's my only Linux. I used to actually have this PC, used to have dual booting Linux and Windows, but once I got a Linux laptop, I just made this like PC only Windows, and then my Linux laptop is what I do all my Linux stuff on. Yeah, I kind of agree with you actually, like the impact of it feels heavy, so being able to like, yeah, cancel it would be kind of weird. I think canceling it with a sword attack or it'll crash. I think canceling with a sword attack crashes, so that's cool. This is gonna be a tricky one to solve, because it's gonna be like, yeah, it's like not getting its end call and stuff. Oof. Oh, because it's changed. It's like I'm calling the weapon. Yeah, that's ugly. That's bad. That's a bad problem here. Yeah, it's like changing what the active weapon is mid-thing, so that this is now like bad. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm not gonna implement that right now. I don't feel like digging for that code on stream. Will I archive this stream? Yeah, I think I'll archive this stream. I should anyways. So yeah, the problem right now is that like grapple is the current weapon, but then if grapple calls do a different weapon from inside grapple, then it switches to that weapon mid-update or whatever, and then grapple is no longer the main weapon, so that when grapple exits, it's like breaking. So that's the current bug. So I need to like resolve that in a nicer way where like it actually... Actually, I think this would work if all I did was return true here, which is ugly, and yeah, I don't like how that is happening. But that'll probably stop. Oh, it won't stop the error. That's weird. Oh, it's calling sword. Oh, because it switched the weapon, and now it's calling this on the wrong thing. Oh, this is actually easy to do. Okay. I just need to cache which one it was. Yeah, like that. This might work. This might be weird. I think it's okay. Right now there's 0 delay. Like it's like, yeah, it still has problems. Still calling sword to end from here. What? Shouldn't be, because I'm caching which weapon it is. Oh, I'm... Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this right now. This is too weird. I'm gonna actually I have to rethink how my code is structured for this stuff. I don't really feel like digging through the weird state machine. So, is there an easier way to do this right now? I mean, the easier way is to tell the player, like, hey, I want to cancel into this. And then the player does it itself. Which, maybe let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna be back in like 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna try to implement this canceling. I think it's doable on stream. I just have to like restructure some code. I don't know how exciting that is for stream stuff. Yeah, I could delay the frame switch, the weapon switching by like 1 frame, and that would fix it. But yeah, okay. I'll be back in like 1 minute, 2 minutes. And then I'm going to try to implement canceling into attack, because that just sounds cool. And if that works, then I'll probably call the stream after that. Because, yeah, it's been a good reintroduction to streaming again. It's been a long time. And God, this I'm pretty happy with how this is feeling. So, it's feeling kind of cool again. Oh, wait, the hand is like moving weird now. Well, okay, I'll fix that in a second. For now, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I am back. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I want to cancel into attacking, and right now that's breaking because my state machine is like exiting one state while it's already into the new one, which is really ugly. Because this is calling set state. Yeah, like switches the weapon. So I think right here. Right here, basically, I think when I do this, I need to say if any active weapon we need to like tell it to cancel. Just like that, I think. I think this will work. So it gets canceled because you're switching into a new thing. And in graphic here, and false because we're done. And then in the player, the attack state, it needs to like store. Right here, I need to say, like, I think I need to say auto weapon, get this pointer, then we update it. Actually, no, I can just do this. If active weapon equal to the one that we started with. Then we cancel it. This is probably not that interesting, but this is just fixing my state machine stuff. Oops, I jumped out of it. Oh, it's still breaking. That's so weird. Wait. Okay, I need to like step through this. Like, we're updating the state. Then oh, it's unsetting. Okay. Player update, weapon state. This is strange. Yeah, why is it calling sword ended? It shouldn't be set to sword. Because it should be switch in here. It switches it to sword. Yeah, you caught that before I did. Wow. What is this editor? This editor right now is just Visual Studio. The game one, like when I'm running it, this is my own little editor that I just made. That the game is made in. So it's just like a little custom one, and it's made inside of a program or inside of an framework, an API framework called or library called Dear MGUI, which I really like. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand. This should be a copy of the share pointer. I guess maybe because it's a. Actually kind of confused by that. Yeah, it's still calling sword end, which is extremely strange because I'm just gonna have to step through this, aren't I? Okay, I'll step through this a little bit on stream, but yeah, like return. This should. Maybe it's not even getting there. Okay. So then that one didn't update. Oh yeah, weapon's no longer the same. Oh, interesting. So it's not. That's not when it's crashing. Um, how did you start with computer graphics? It depends on what you mean. Like like drawing them. Like back in the day, like when I first started, I actually drew them all in Game Maker. Like Game Maker had a little sprite program you can draw in. And then I switched to a program called Graphic Scale, which you can still download. And then these days I'm using a program called Sprite, which is this one, and it's like $15 or something like that. And I really like it for all my pixel art stuff. And I just practiced and messed around with it. Yeah, I think it's like double setting the state. Ugh. It's like the new attack is setting the, like, just ugly stuff happening here. Set state. Ugh. Yeah, I don't understand why it's like double exiting the state here. Oh, M state is not equal to state. Oh. Oh, in this case, I'm trying to set it to the same state. Yeah, this is so weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to refactor some of this stuff. I don't really understand what's happening though. Like, it should be exiting the weapon state. Okay, grapple update. Oh, now it's crashing in there. So try primary attack, set state weapon, assign state. We exit the old state, which should have already happened, which is fine. That was fine. And then we set it to the. Oh, it's calling exit. Oh, and then this is where the weapon is already changed. Okay, gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, I understand the problem now, but this is not... I think I'm just going to add a delay to this thing. I'm going to undo these changes. I don't need to do this. Like, I don't... The system should not have to handle this kind of stuff, so... What instead I'm going to do is if this happens, I'm going to just have a bool called I should stream more and find out the problems. Yeah, I don't stream enough, so I don't know my code anymore. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Then I'll steal this like that. And next, let's put the secondary. This will just fix the problem. And then we only go to this from a nice, concise place, which is going to be... I think I'll just do it at the start of update. Where do I update the states? Update the correct state. Okay, so I want to do it right here, I think. Switch to weapon. If, and next weapon. Yeah, this seems fine. And then MX weapon can be... Oh, I can actually set that in the... Yeah, I can set that in the thing. Primary attack. Oh, this can just always be saved, actually. There's no reason to... But whatever. I don't know why I'm assigning button here. Like, it doesn't actually need to be assigned here. It can just be cached forever. Okay. This should at least fix that, I say, before compiling or testing it. That's a breakpoint. That's not an error. Yeah, okay. I don't even like how it feels, but at least it's not broken anymore. Okay, actually, one other thing that's been bothering me is like the glove, or the hand, the grabby hand, like slides into the wall. It's really, I don't know if it's noticeable on stream, but like, it like moves into the wall, like slowly. And I find that extremely annoying. And I think it's because of this code, maybe? I did set the origin. Yeah, the origin's here. And the origin's correct, except that it's like moving. It's also moving. Oh yeah, it's kind of weird, but the slices in Aseprite actually go across like multiple frames, so you can see it's on both these frames. Slices in Aseprite are really weird, and sometimes they go across frames, and sometimes they don't, but yeah, in this case, my editor doesn't care about what frame it's on. It just grabs any frame and just sets it to that. I think it's something to do with this stuff, where this is just like not a nice value. Because I really shouldn't be... Like, the hand animation is being added to the player is moving, and the hand is trying to like offset itself from the player so that it's always at the right place. And I think the floating point stuff is just making this ugly and causing that problem. And it's like jittering around a little bit. Although I don't remember it happening before. Like, I don't feel like it was happening there. Maybe I just didn't notice though. I mean, it seems very consistently going that way though, so... I might just add this to a dummy entity, like whatever, just put this on an entity. And then that way, like, I don't have to do this weird like offset thing, I can just actually set its position like this. So when I create the hand animation right here, I can just add it to an entity. Yeah. And then now I don't have to like deal with weird offsets, they can just be at the actual position. There we go. I think it's just some weird floating point math bullshit in like the player like it's like, I don't know, it was trying to subtract the player position, and the player was like, all these are floating points, which is ugly for pixel art, so it's just a... Isn't the hand realigned itself to the player? Yeah, it's trying to realign itself over and over again, so it was just weird. Now it's not doing that. Now it's just like setting itself to the position and not having to subtract the player position and stuff, which, yeah. Floating points in like pixel art, as soon as you get into like any kind of noise there, it gets really weird because they round into different like positions when they render and stuff, and it's just ugly. I think going with the grab actually slightly longer. I don't know if I should do this, but yeah. Whoa, hey, thanks for the raid. How are you doing? What is my GL depth function value? I don't know. I could check. Actually, I'm using DirectX right now, so it's not even using that at all. But I assume the depth. I don't have a depth buffer turned on because this is like 2D pixel art. Hey, thanks, Corny-san. How's it going? Thanks for the raid. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm trying to work on this grappling hook today, which is, yeah, feeling okay. Maybe I'll go to a more interesting room. Wait, I thought I had stuff in here. Oh, I do, okay. Yeah, I like how that feels. Whoa, I went under the... Yeah, I like being able to cancel out of it. I'm feeling good. I think this is pretty much what I wanted out of this move, I think. I need to do a lot of stuff now. Like, I think you should be able to grab certain things. I don't know if you should grab enemies. It might be fun to grab enemies and, like, pull them into you. Or depending on, maybe if they're, like, light enemies, like little flies and stuff like that. If they're heavy enemies, I feel like you probably... Maybe you'll still pull yourself towards them. Like, so if they're light, you pull them, and if they're heavy, they pull you. Sounds kind of cool. The editor being loaded into whatever is cool. Thanks. Yeah, I like yeah, making it fast. Actually, this one. Yeah. I mean, this game, like, it loads everything up front, so you can see, like, if I exit out of the entire editor and run it, it loads everything here, and it takes not very long because it's pixel art, and pixel art's really fast. So it loads up the whole game, and now there's nothing to load. So swapping between maps and stuff is just instant because because it's not loading anything. It's just like changing what it's rendering. So yeah, I wonder if I can get onto the roof of the train now with the grappling hook. Probably can. If I can step onto this ledge without falling into the void. Yeah, I can. That's cool. I can probably grab the front of the train, actually. Oh, what? The front of the train's collider is weird. Oh, I should just change that. Oh, I don't have slopes for this, so that's going to be kind of weird. But... I can grab one at the front of the train. yeah, it's like the hand just like crushes enemies. That's kind of cool too. Maybe small enemies you could just crush. I don't think about that, but that's kind of a fun idea. I think the depth of the hand should be above like everything also. I don't know what the depth of this train car thing is. To your front? Negative 100. Okay, I'll just set the depth of the hands like negative 200. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm actually grabbing it. But yeah, I think at this point, honestly, oh I might call the stream here because this is about as much as I wanted to get in today, and it's feeling pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it ended up. I guess next time I stream, I want to work on more enemies and actually start prototyping the first like level area, so you can start slashing stuff and working on actual environments. So this is going to be the secondary weapon to the area. So like it's going to be like kind of like floating concrete like towers. And so that's why I wanted a grappling hook for that area, because I think that'll be cool for that level, is a grappling hook, so you can like grapple between the concrete pillars and stuff. And then, yeah, and then your sword, which you always have regardless of the level. So I think next time I stream, I'm going to work on, probably just like actually work on that area. So start prototyping levels, start making it actually look pretty, because right now that area looks kind of like nothing. Let's see it again. Yeah, it's like not very nice looking. So yeah, I think next time I'm gonna work on actually start making this level. Yeah, see you next year. Yeah, so I'll see you in a week. And yeah. Yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out, and I hope it was interesting. Sorry I'm kind of, yeah, sick sounding, because I am sick, but hopefully by next week I won't be sick. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna go get dinner or something, so yeah, I'll see y'all later.